I step into the day with the dawn ringing in my ears. Oh, I tune to my TV show. No better way, I gotta get myself into gear. Let's go. Oh, and I feel good today with my wake up in the morning espresso. I feel good today. It's my feel good breakfast show.
Oh, yes, it is. Your Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso Morning Show, live on SABC3. Welcome to it. Good morning, South Africa. My name is Tabiso Makubela, otherwise Uncle Tabsy. It's a brand new day. It's a brand new week. It feels so good to be here. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yes, truly, Kamalam Gugutla Adams. I'm so excited to be starting off this Monday morning and this brand new week with you guys. You know what it means. A new chance to achieve our goals, to focus on undoing our bad habits, and to focus on being productive, be it at home, at work, in the gym, even spending extra quality time with those you love.
Let's start this week off on the right foot and meet the rest of the team. Hey, guys.
Good morning. Hey.
Good morning. My name is Graham Richards.
My name is Jamie Lee Domberg.
And we are here for you today for 2 hours. Cannot wait to kickstart a brand new week. As we have very rightly said, an opportunity to kickstart a brand new phase of our lives. Hopefully you're going to embrace that and you're going to have a very productive and a beautiful day. But we're going to have a little bit of fun today, I think.
And also we like to conversate with you and engage with you on our social media platforms. And this morning we're actually asking you, what is the best birthday gift you've ever received? I mean, it's very interesting to find out what people receive. Are you big on birthdays?
Yeah, but it's kind of like an experiential thing for me. And in recent memory, obviously this year stands out. You know, Lynn's and the team here put together videos from like my whole family and friends, and everything. That was honestly, I mean, I was in tears. It was the most amazing thing that I've experienced, especially in the context of lockdown and kind of being at home for 3 months and all that craziness. That was undoubtedly one of the coolest things because it was so special. It meant so much to me.
I love that. I love it. I was, like, growing up, I was always big on birthdays. My mom always used to do like the 7 days before it's your big birthday, but the best birthday gift I've ever received was 2 tickets to watch Jimmy Nevis live at Kirsten Bosch. I'm just having that moment again, like, I went to watch Jimmy Nevis live, everybody.
And you will again soon. You will again sometime soon,
yeah.
I promise you, man. Well, you can let us know on all of our social media platforms. At Expresso Show is the handle to use. Expresso Morning Show is where you can find us on Facebook. We'd love to hear from you right now. Let's get into those news headlines.
Thank you very much, team. Let's take a look at the 6 o'clock news headlines here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso. We start off with South African news, where Medium Freedom Day in South Africa today marks the anniversary of a crackdown by the apartheid government on the media and the Black consciousness movement in 1977. The death of Black consciousness icon Steve Biko in police custody drew widespread rage, and the state responded by closing newspapers, banning organizations and detaining journalists and activists. This became known as Black Wednesday, and since then, journalists have used Black Wednesday to draw attention to the importance of media freedom, highlighting the enduring importance of that most basic of rights, the citizen's right to information. The city of Cape Town has cancelled the annual Festive Lights Switch On event for 2020 amid the COVID-19 pandemic. The iconic free open-air concert draws a crowd of some 100,000 revelers to the Cape Town CBD every year and sets the tone for festive season celebrations. However, the city said there were plans for events that would help boost the economy, especially for local businesses. The Festive Lights Switch On is the city's signature event, which has helped usher in the joyous season for 5 decades, while also providing entertainment for locals and tourists. In international news, voters in Guinea yesterday cast their ballots in a controversial election which sees President Alpha Condé, 82, seeking a 3rd term. The day started with heavy rain, but as soon as it stopped, long lines started forming in front of polling stations. Condé ignored critics to push for a change of constitution that allowed him to extend his stay in office. This led to ethnic clashes during the campaign, raising fears of nationwide violence if the results are disputed. Results are not expected for several days. Israel and Bahrain have formally established diplomatic relations. The deal brokered by the US was signed in the Bahrain capital Manama yesterday. For decades, most Arab states have boycotted Israel, insisting they would only only established ties after the Palestinian dispute has been settled. Bahrain is now the fourth Arab country in the Middle East after the UAE, Egypt and Jordan to recognize Israel as since its founding in 1948. Palestinians have condemned the diplomatic moves as a stab in the back. And next, news of the launch of the coffee table book, Remembering Cheetahs. According to Zulu legend, the tear marks on a cheetah originate from a female cheetah who lost her cubs to a lazy hunter. The hunter stole her cubs so they could hunt for him. Now, when the mother returned to her lair and found her babies had gone, she cried so long that permanent tear marks were formed. Perhaps there is a lesson in the story, because cubs being taken for pets is now one of the main threats to the only 7,000 left in the wild. In the past century, 90% of the wild cheetahs population has been lost. And the coffee table book, Remembering Cheetahs, of which all profits will go to the conservation of the species, was launched last week. It's the fifth in a series of fundraising photography books, Remembering Wildlife. A 2-week virtual exhibition of photographs will run until the 24th of October, and the series was created by British wildlife photographer and conservationist Margot Reggett. And the book includes images of the cheetahs from some of the world's top wildlife photographers. And that's where we leave it for now. Here's a look at what's happening in the world of sport with Graham.
Thanks so much, Tabiso. Let's kick it off with rugby. The second round of Super Rugby Unlocked saw victories for the Cheetahs, Pumas and Stormers over the weekend. So on Friday night, the Cheetahs recorded a narrow 19-17 win over the Bulls in Bloem. In the first fixture on Saturday, the Pumas beat the Griquas 27-21 in Kimberley. And then the final fixture of the weekend saw the Stormers open their Super Rugby campaign with a 23-17 win over the Lions at Newlands. So after this weekend's results, the Cheetahs still topping the log with 9 points. And on to international rugby. New Zealand bounced back from a 16-all draw in the Bledisloe Cup season opener to beat Australia 27-7 in their second match in Auckland early yesterday morning. All Blacks have now won their 20th straight match against the Wallabies at Eden Park. New Zealand now have one hand on that cup, leading the series with 2 remaining fixtures in Australia. Caleb Clark proving his credentials on the day. Then on to netball. The South African Netball League continued yesterday. The Western Cape Southern Stings upset the Free State Queenums with a narrow 37-36 victory in a nail-biting finish. Other results, the Aloes, they beat the Kingdom's Queens 39-34. The Sunbirds beat out the Baobabs 32-29, and the Tornadoes, they overcame the Diamonds 42-36. And the Fireballs, they saw off the Flames 41-34. So the Fireballs top the table in Division 1, and the Sunbirds, they top the table in Division 2. Then on to cricket. It was a super over Sunday when competition underdogs, the Kings 11 Punjab, beat defending champions Mumbai Indians after 2 super overs at the Dubai International Cricket Stadium. That, of course, in the Indian Premier League late last night. So the match was tied on 176 for 6 in the first innings. Kings 11 then overcame the pressure to claim the 2 points, which put them level with the Sunrisers Hyderabad, Rajasthan Royals and Chennai Super Kings. There's going to be one IPL fixture today. That's the Rajasthan Royals taking on the Chennai Super Kings at 4 p.m. Then in the English Premier League this weekend, Manchester United, they bounced back from their humiliating defeat to Tottenham Hotspur to beat Newcastle United 4-1 on Saturday. But the biggest encounter of the weekend saw Manchester City come back to winning ways, overcoming Arsenal 1-0 in a hard-fought match. Other results, match day 5 saw draws for Liverpool and Tottenham Hotspur, the Reds drawing 2-2 against the table-topping Everton. And West Ham, they came back from 3 goals down to record a 3-3 draw against Spurs that all but imploded last night. We'll delve deeper into all of those sporting results with a Spurs superfan a little bit later in the show, and Jeremy Harris, our sports anchor, joining us now this morning to take you through all of those results. But right now, let's take a look at the weather.
We start off this morning with this weekend's sunrise pictures coming from you, our loved and loyal viewers. Jenneridge Taylor sent this beaming sunrise picture captured in Bloemfontein. Bloem, you start off the morning with a low of 13 degrees and will peak at a maximum of 36 degrees. We now move over to the south of Heidelberg in Gauteng with Chrissy Dotsetsi's Molefe, who shared the stinging sunrise from Ratanga. Do expect beautiful clear skies in your part of the country with pleasantly warm temperatures reaching a high of 33 degrees. Thank you so much for your beautiful sunrise pictures. Please continue to share them on our social media platforms and we will show them live on the show. Dario Tedesco, a volcanologist at the Luigi Vanvitelli University of Campania in Naples, Italy, says conditions are ripe for the Nyiragongo volcano on the border between the Democratic Republic of the Congo and Rwanda to erupt within a few years. An earthquake could trigger a crisis even earlier. Tedesco has just led a research team into the volcano's roiling crater and found that the lava lake was filling at an alarming rate, raising the risk that the molten rock could burst through the crater walls in the near future. In 2002, the last time Nyiragongo volcano erupted, lava raced down into the crowded city of Goma. About 250 people died and 20% of the city was destroyed. Since then, the at-risk population living in the shadow of the 3,470-meter tall volcano has more than doubled to 1.5 million. Tedesco rates Nyiragongo as one of the most dangerous volcanoes in the entire world. Now we bring it back home with today's temperatures. The South African Weather Service forecasts a hot Monday to start off the week. Skale Polokwane 14, reaching a high of 34 degrees. Bombela, your temperatures range between 20 degrees, reaching warm 30 degrees. Pretoria 19 with a maximum of 37. And Johannesburg, your peak for the day is 34 degrees. Mahikeng 21, 36. It's a sunny one for Klerksdorp as well at a maximum of 38 degrees. Kimberley, you start off the morning with a low of 15 and will reach an afternoon temperature of 39 degrees. Bloemfontein, it's a mostly sunny day, reaching a high of 36. Richards Bay, 28. Pietermaritzburg, it's a mostly sunny day with a maximum of 25 degrees. Do expect 25% chance of rain today. South Africa's Playground, Durban, 1924. Mthatha, 12:27. East London, 13:23. And Cradock, it's a mostly sunny day, reaching a high of 35 degrees. Port Elizabeth, you start off the morning with a low of 12, reaching a high of 21. George, it's a mostly cloudy day, reaching a high of 19. And Cape Town starts off the day with a low of 13 with a high of 20 degrees. Worcester, 8:24. Sutherland, 6:23. And Appington, you start off the week with a low of 16, but will peak at a maximum of 37 degrees. We'll have another look at the weather at the top of the hour. Now remember, whichever part of the country you're in, whatever the weather, make sure to have yourselves a productive and blessed Monday.
Well, listen, a blessed Monday it's going to be, because what it is Gospel Mondays, everybody. And of course, on Friday, we gave you the poll options to choose from 3 songs, and 2 of those lovely choices, song choices, have been chosen for you.
Absolutely. We gave you these options on our Twitter as well as our Facebook. The poll, Let Your Living Water Flow, number 1 at 45.6%. And then we've got As the Deer coming through at 14.7%. Can I Pray for You, 39.7%. We even got some interesting comments that came through here, obviously, of people backing their options and their selections of songs. And these are some of the comments that you have put through on our social media. One from Estelle. What is Estelle saying?
She says, can I pray for you, especially when everyone in South Africa is going through difficulties and needs prayer? Absolutely. I think certainly a time now that we all need to stand together and just uplift our spirits.
Let's just pray for one another, man. Pray for the country. We've got another comment here that came through. This one coming through from Venetia. Daniel says, good morning, Expresso team. He can sing any song. I just love his voice. Enjoy your weekend, Expresso team. Love you all. And then lots of hearts, of course, and a prayer emoji over there as well. Thank you so much for that. And then we've got one last one.
We have one from Carol, and this one reads, no one, let your living water flow over my soul. We need it during these days. Oh, it's number 1.
I was
like, no one, number 1. But you guys know what I mean, everybody.
I think also No One is an Alicia Keys song, not quite a gospel song.
No one, no one.
No one. Yeah. Thank you so much for that. It's going to be a good one.
It's going to be a good morning.
Gospel Mondays on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. We'll be with you in a bit.
Only you can make my day. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. Time to delve into a bumper weekend of sports, an incredible one. It's been sports anchor and friend Jeremy Harris is here to tell us all about it, my friend. Well, with the football, we basically called every game wrong. Everything that we predicted didn't come to fruition. And then, of course, we slated Man United and they did brilliantly. So we're not going to talk about the
we're going to do the economic report from now on.
Yeah, no, completely. We were useless. Now, we're going to delve into the rugby first. So many great sporting highlights to pick from this weekend. Local rugby, Super Rugby unlocked, didn't disappoint. A couple of tight games as well. We expected a bit more from the Bulls and yet still underperforming 17-19 to the Cheetahs. The Cheetahs, that balance of experience, really good. We thought Dwayne Vermeulen would probably make more of an impact. What did you make of that one?
Yes, I was disappointed with that Bulls performance and the fact that they lost. But at the same time, we did also sort of put up a little bit of a condition, terms and conditions apply kind of a notice when we said that the Cheetahs, would be no walkover. There would be no mug, particularly on home soil. For what it's worth, admittedly, no fans in the stadiums. But I mean, they're a good side anyway, any day of the week.
Yeah, completely. And the experience showing through France's still really, really impressive. But nonetheless, the Cheetahs take bragging rights. Let's move to the Griquas and the Pumas, which I think on paper would have been the least exciting fixture. But man, did it provide some fireworks and some brilliant play. Let's put our hands up for the Pumas, one of the smallest franchises in the country, and they are brilliant. The guys look like they've been training for the last 5 years and are pumped and ready for this. 27-21 over the Griquas.
I mean, I think that what you've got to find is that a lot of the smaller unions, almost irrespective of the sporting code they play in, have to work that little bit harder. There's less resources for them to call on, personnel for them to call on.
Depth, yeah.
Depth, and so what you've got is a team that is always, I suppose, sort of 110, 120% fit.
Let's move over to the final game of the weekend. The Stormers, they had the bye. I don't want to say well rested because they've been resting for most of the year. So the guys, they really need the game time. 23-17 over the Lions at the Grand Old Dame. That is Newlands. Always good to see rugby at Newlands because we know it's a limited time only. I mean, there were so many highlights to choose from, but for me, in the scrums, can we put our hands up? And we've done this before 2 weeks ago for Stephen Kitsoff was absolutely amazing. I think he turned over 2 penalties or advantages with a scrum penalty to be able to put it was those tiny margins that allowed the Stormers to kind of claw their way back into this one.
Yeah, and I agree. The scrappy first half for the Stormers and lots of mistakes. Second half, obviously somebody got a bit of a bullet in the change rooms at halftime. But I mean, that tight 5 and Kitsy leading the way as well. And I think what you've got there is a Stormers team that may very well, want to go all the way.
Yeah, completely, man. But those were the results coming out of local rugby. Let's move to international rugby. We might not have been that interested in the Bledisloe Cup until young Caleb Clark got the ball and just crushed and smashed and put his name up on the international stage in grand sparkling lights. Where did this kid come from, man? Of course, New Zealand bounced back from the draw the previous week. They've now got one hand on that Bledisloe Cup. Yeah. And they dominated. Coming back from that second half, they really did show why the All Blacks are so dangerous, especially in that final kind of 20 minutes or so.
Well, I mean, look, Caleb Clark is one to watch for the future. Dad, Ironi Clark, of course, also pulling on the legend, the All Black jersey. So, I mean, you know where he's come from. He's got that kind of sort of pedigree. 27-7, the win, highly deserved. I thought that it was only the All Blacks for the win. That being said, I've got to tell you, the Wallabies were looking good. They played some really good rugby, and when they get home, will things be different? I don't know. I'm quite keen to see it because, I mean, it was competitive up to a point.
Yeah, I think it was just like that final kick, that up and under going straight to Caleb, and you could even hear the commentators like, don't kick the ball to him, mate. And then it was like, cheers, game over, man. Brilliant performance there, 27-7, as you said, to the All Blacks. Now they move to Australia to play the final 2 tests, but you got to say, New Zealand looking strong there. Yeah. Let's bring it back home for netball. It's fired up, it's looking hot. A couple of surprises this weekend. Been coming to grips with a brilliant netball league. So good to see this kind of coverage and focus on our local netball stars because South Africa is way, way up there. Let's talk about the upset of the weekend. Probably the Southern Stings just edging past the Crinums.
Yes, I mean, the Crinums, I think are, whether it's official or unofficial, but I mean, they're probably the number 1 team in the country.
Team, yeah.
And so for them to go down by that solitary point is a little bit of a wobble in terms of how things were supposed to play themselves out. So a really good result for the Stings there. But to your point, Graham, the fact that we've got professional netball being broadcast is such a good indicator. Well, I mean, we're obviously getting ourselves ready for 2023 when the World Cup hopefully comes to South Africa. I mean, we know that's on schedule. Hopefully.
And we win it. And we win it.
Right, there we go. All of those things I was going to say. But I mean, it's so exciting to see it. Very competitive, very physical. And don't go on there if you're not even 150% fit, because it does take so much out of you.
Yeah, an incredible performance from a lot of our teams over the weekend. The Fireballs also edging to the top of their division table, overcoming the Flames, 41-34, and probably the most dominant performance of the weekend. So let's shift gears now finally to international cricket and the South Africans. The Saffers dominating in the IPL at the moment. The Mumbai Indians seem to be coming back into the focus, but let's first turn to the Royal Challengers Bangalore. AB de Villiers, 55 from 22. Surely he must be a Protea again. I mean, he's proving that he is clearly not past it. A brilliant performance from Quinton, a number of the South Africans, but let's start with AB there. He's loving it.
Yeah, and I mean, if you think about it, the previous game, 73 not out, or 33 balls as well. Plenty of runs of that bat. So, AB, please.
Yeah, man, stick
just
around.
The national question, that's all. But yeah, tremendous performance.
And having him and Virat on the same team, that for me, I didn't realize how much I love Virat Kohli, but I mean, having the two of them absolutely dynamic. And of course, hitting Jofra Archer for 6 in that final over just really did settle the score. But there you can go through all of the results coming out. The Royal Challengers Bangalore also beating the Rajasthan Royals, Delhi Capitals, overcoming the Chennai Super Kings, the Sunrisers beating the Kolkata Knight Riders, and the Kings 11 beating the Mumbai Indians after 2 super overs. So some brilliant performances from the South Africans, as we say, right the way through. KG also doing really well with the ball in hand. We'll be back to talk football with a Spurs superfan who I'm sure is feeling the pain after their 3-3 draw with West Ham last night. But we'd love to hear your thoughts as well. Are you a footballing superfan? Let us know. We might be chatting to you live on the show.
Well, we're going to make you something really nice and smooth for the pain if you are a sporting fan that's got some otherwise disappointing results from this past weekend. Because the truth is, there is nothing smoother than a Tropica. But creating a tropical smoothie with your Tropica is even smoother. And I'm going to be giving you a taste of the island life with this refreshing tropical smoothie. I mean, it's really fantastic. And Kushe has worked so hard memorizing what to do.
It's truly exciting
It's
when
exciting,
Uncle Tabzi. Summer's kicking in.
Yes.
And Namhlanje, we're starting off with a heat wave in most parts of the country.
Yeah.
So this is definitely something that is needed.
Okay.
We are giving people what they want and what they need.
You see, you are the gift that keeps on giving. Tropica is exactly the smooth gift that keeps on giving. Let's see what you've got there. What are the ingredients?
I've got my frozen pineapples here, frozen mango to follow for that burst of flavor once, consume the drink. We've got yogurt over there, coconut milk, we've got lime juice, and of course the Beyonce ingredient over here, the pineapple Tropica.
Fantastic.
So we're going to mix everything to our NutriBullet. But then after, we're going to garnish with some mint and lime slices.
A queen. Let's get going. Let's get going.
I mean, if you want something to be more refreshing, and you are...
Just maybe a spoon is a better idea.
When you're all thirsty on a hot day, you need something that's flavorful and also refreshing and smooth. We say
that gulp. Every gulp.
Every single gulp.
The really nice thing about Tropica is it doesn't really matter what the weather's looking like out there or how you're feeling. If you're not feeling smooth because maybe it's raining in your part of the country, you throw in a bit of a Tropica going down your throat there. It's the only refreshing thing you need.
Truly, the only refreshing thing you need. So now we're going to go in with our
cream.
Coconut milk.
Is that a coconut?
This is coconut milk. And then lime juice. I might have put too much for that zing. Yes, I might have put a lot of coconut milk because I want...
You want it to be nice and creamy. That's the whole idea.
I suppose.
That's the whole idea. Because a smoothie like this, you really do want to make come to life because of the creaminess. I'm trying to save your recipe. But if anyone is lost and confused and you want all the steps involved in bringing this to life, do go onto our website. It's www.expressoshow.com. We've got this recipe listed with all the ingredients and a step-by-step guide on how you too can mix it all up and get it to come together. You're winning there.
Can you see what
the color on its own just takes you straight to like an island. I can totally see myself on a day off sitting under the tree. Island man, island living.
Living your best life, absolutely.
This is so cool.
So now,
That's it.
you put it in there until you see that the fruit bits are kind of...
They've dissolved pretty
They've
much.
dissolved pretty much. And obviously, if you put in chunks of ice in it to make it a little bit
I'll
more...
help you.
Oh, thank you.
This needs a man hand, okay? Every time I try and flex the man hand.
Oh, show me the man hand, Uncle Ted.
Oh, there we go. It didn't take much, you know, just three tries. There you go. But of course, make today smooth by buying your favorite Tropica, flipping the red cap and finding the smooth and stand a chance to win. Buy any Tropica promotional pack, and there are many of them. You'll find them everywhere with a red cap. Flip the cap, and if you find smooth underneath the cap, you stand a chance of winning some really fantastic prizes. If you don't find smooth, then you get another chance, you know, to flip another cap until you do. And once you find smooth, then follow the details on the pack to stand a chance of winning smooth instant prizes. Plus, you stand a chance of going into the draw to win weekly grand prizes live on the show here on your Expresso morning show every Friday by flipping a cap on our wall till you find smooth. And of course, this Friday, you can see Jamie Lee there's busy trying to flip the wall as she does. Oh, not smooth. Okay, well, maybe this Friday, if you get in, you'll be flipping the caps for another chance of winning an awesome top loader washing machine. It's an incredible prize for every household and every single family to ensure that your clothes always look smooth. So go on out there and get your Tropica today to enter. And the more Tropica you buy and find smooth, the more chances to win. And of course, we could be calling you on Friday to flip the caps. T's and C's can be found on tropica.co.za. Is it time to try it out?
Yes, Uncle Tabsy.
The island taste.
The lime unfortunately disappeared in the drink, but it's all in the taste. I understand we're trying to get the aesthetic going.
This is so good. How bad?
It's delicious.
This is so delish. Go on to expressoshow.com for the recipe on how to bring this stuff. But of course, flip those red caps, and who knows, you might be finding smooth. Are you smooth or not smooth? Buy Tropica. Flip the cap. If you find smooth, you stand a chance to win smooth prizes. Tropica, nothing smoother.
is still celebrating their 80th birthday, and as part of the festivities, they're giving you a chance to win your share of 1 million rands in prizes.
Oh yes, that's correct. Grocery hampers and vouchers are up for grabs daily, while stylish luxury Le Creuset pot sets can be yours weekly.
And the grand prize? A stunning kitchen makeover. And to enter is really simple. Buy any 2 Koo products, dial *120*1987# and follow the prompts.
And remember, keep your till slip as proof to qualify for your awesome prize.
Competition ends 13 November 2020. T's and C's do apply. Koo is the best you can do.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Have a happy birthday. Happy birthday. A very happy birthday to you.
You know what time it is. It is that time of the day where we get to wish you, our viewers, a very happy birthday. And listen, if it is your birthday today, you share it with South Africa's little man. I even hate saying
South
that.
Africa's who?
South Africa's little man, Klein Manikiman. Faf de Klerk. He turned
onze Faf!
Onze Faf, yeah. Franco de Klerk is a South African professional rugby player, of course. Faf plays as a scrum half for Sharks in the English Premiership and for the South African national team. He's best known for his energetic and innovative moves on the field, and maybe that onabruki.
That honor brookie for me is the standout. The South African honor brookie.
Absolutely. And I mean, he really proves to us that size means absolutely nothing. And I know he's watching today because he is our favorite. He's family here on the show. So happy birthday to you, Faf.
Man, happy birthday. And then we've got Tony Mgoma's birthday. It's your birthday, your big day. Have a blast because it is your special day. Happy birthday. And may God bless you with many, many more years. Stay blessed. This is from Albert, who absolutely loves you. And then we've got another one here for Jaden Peterson. Happy birthday, Jaden Peterson. May the Almighty grant you many more, inshallah. Stay sweet as you are, and you must have fabulous day from Aunt Fika and children. Love you lots.
And then a happy 2 years to this princess, Amohihlang. There we go. May she have many more to come. And this is a video sent through from a loved one. Check it out.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Beep, beep, beep. Beep, beep, beep. Hooray. Beep, beep, beep. Beep, 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 beep.
Oh, man, that's the cutest thing. Beep, 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 beep. Oh, Amohelang, on your second birthday. Happy birthday, you pretty princess Amo. Love it, love it, love it.
So
what a cute
sweet.
video.
We have another one for Jamal Brandt. It says, to the only 4-year-old kid that I love to the moon and back, happy birthday to you. You are indeed growing up way too fast. Enjoy every moment of it and always make God the center of your life. All the best for the years ahead. Happy birthday, my son, Jamal Brandt.
And then we have a really special one because we've got a very special lady on the line this morning. It's Cleopatra. Cleopatra, good morning.
Morning, how are you?
Happy birthday, Cleopatra!
Thank you so much.
Oh, man, we received a really sweet message for you today. I'm going to read it out to you. It says, I would love to wish a very happy birthday to this lovely woman. May the Lord bless you with many, many more years to live, you beautiful empress. Much love from the Ras Kid.
Thank you so much. I'm happy because I share this birthday with my late mom.
Oh, and you know what? That makes it even more special. And I hope that you're spoiled today and you have a fantastic one. What are you going to be getting up to?
I'm going to have a birthday lunch with my family.
Nice.
Nothing fancy, just that.
Nice. All of the love. I can imagine it's going to be a nice, warm one with the family around. But all the best and happy birthday as you step into your brand new year. Okay, Cleopatra?
Thank you so much.
We love you. Mwah.
Loved all the birthday messages, and of course you too can play a role by sending us your 15-second videos on WhatsApp to 071-640-6551 so you can wish your loved ones a happy birthday live on the show. And who knows, we might even just give them a ring to brighten up their day like we did with Cleopatra and make it a happy birthday. But from all of us here on the Expresso family, happy birthday to you.
Let's take it to the kitchen.
Yeah, I'm going to take Amo's cue and go, hip, 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 hip. We are getting into a meat-free extravaganza this morning, and Chef Jay McNamara is back to whip up something truly inspired. In fact, we have been inspired by meat-free very much because of the Fry's Family Food Company's inspiration here on the show. They've done some special things, and today is really going to fit that bill. We've got all the flavors of Mexico crammed into two beautiful burri buns. And Kanisa was saying, I just wished it was real meat. We got two just for you, my friend. We are going to turn you around. The Fry's Family Food Company, they started with a vision to go beyond the impossible. Listen to that beautiful sound, and craft plant-based foods that looked and tasted like meat while being more conscious of the environmental impact on both the plants and kingdom and animal kingdom. And this has been an incredible success. We've seen it live on our show. In our last big fried boerewors recipe, we were inspired by Germany, but today we are heating things up with a spicy Mexican-inspired big fried boerewors roll. Think creamy guacamole, crunchy fresh tomato salsa, and sliced pickled jalapenos. Now stop dreaming and watch as Chef Jay makes a meat-free magic right before our very eyes.
All right, Graham, so thanks. If you could help me again, just get
I'm
the
with you, buddy.
salsa
I'm
together.
with you, buddy. Cool.
So we've got some chopped cucumbers, chopped cherry tomatoes, or exotic if you can find that. There's some nice yellow ones at the moment.
Yeah, for
some
sure.
pineapple. So if you want to get a smoky flavor, you can actually put that on the grill. But today we're not going to do that.
Nice.
We've got enough happening right now. We've got some red onions and some cilantro or coriander, I guess, or dania in South Africa.
Yeah.
And then we've got some red wine vinegar. You're putting that all together.
Great.
At the end, we're going to add that jalapeno. While you're doing that, I'm checking our boerewors. So today I just, a little trick that I use when I make these from frozen, the packaging says cook it from frozen. That's cool.
Okay.
You can totally do that. It takes about 12 minutes.
About 12 minutes, okay.
But we don't have that time. So, just put it in boiled water and let it sit there. It's totally fine. It won't fall apart. It's got that seaweed acetate skin on it. So I'm just going to start smashing
And
this.
it's got the meaty flavor, obviously in bucket loads, but it's texturally just like boerewors.
Yeah.
That's the thing. And here's the amazing thing. So you're worried about that protein. In every one of these guys is 19 grams of
Pretty substantial.
protein. Come on. Can you, sir, put that in your flex diet, but
Yeah, but all right. So I've just I'm making the salsa here. So I've got some
your
Be Well
guac, you mean,
vegan
yeah.
mayo. I'm on my guac. I've got some lime and lime zest. I'm putting that in.
oh, very nice.
Then I'm going to add just a little bit of cracked black and some salt, some sea salt. All right. How you doing there, Graham?
Yeah, it
You
looks
can add
good.
a little bit
It's
of
got a bit
salt
of
and-
zest.
Just a little bit. This I'm going to smash. These arrows are a little bit hard, so they're giving me a little bit of grief this morning. All right.
Hey,
so
I don't
just,
mind chunky. We call it rustic, okay? And it
yeah,
looks
that's
rustic.
pretty rustic. All right, so smashing all of that up. How are these doing, Graham? If you could maybe just smash that a little bit more
give
for
it a
me,
go.
and then start just placing it in those
Dressing
buns for
those
us.
guys.
We've pre-toasted these buns, so that's looking
And I think that
good.
the toasting is great from a flavor profile.
Right.
It's cool, but it also
This is
it
looking
gives
ready.
the roll a bit more backbone when you're going to have a lot of sauce on there. You don't want it to get too soggy.
Yeah.
That's really nice because we want a lot of sauce with these guys. You really do.
That's ready. So you can put one in there for me. This is ready. So that was about 4 minutes. So that's looking good. All right, how you doing there? No
Good.
pressure, Graham, no pressure.
Looking beautiful.
All right, look at that, man. All right, I'm gonna smash one of these in there. Delicious. We've got
quick
some
and easy.
beautiful fats in that avocado there. Gonna get the salsa on the top.
There we go. That is for you, sir.
Oh, thank you. All right.
How
Then we're just gonna
beautiful does
finish
that
it off with
look,
some
though?
jalapenos.
Get out of here,
So we've got
man.
some spice, man. We've got jalapenos. These have been sitting in some rice wine vinegar. And we've got the chili that was in your one in the salsa itself. And then I'm just going to add a little bit of the smoky chipotle sauce.
Oh, nice.
Delicious. Let's finish this one up. How are we doing with time there? We all right?
Oh man, we're wrapping up. I think we've
Okay.
done this in record
Cool.
time. It looks absolutely spectacular. You're going to get a beautiful range of textures. You're going to
And
get all
colour.
of the protein that you need. The color.
Colour again.
It's spectacular, and it's got a bit of Mexican
I
bite.
love Mexican food, man. That's my favorite.
And it's so
cuisine for
healthy
sure.
because there's so many fresh components in there. You can find this beautiful Mexican-inspired burri roll without the meat on our Expresso Morning Show Facebook page, or our website rather, expressoshow.com. Chef Jay, you've outdone yourself, my brother.
Right.
Now put that in your mouth, my friend. In fact, Kanisa, I've got two for you, butts, so we can keep those muscles growing. But that's how we have put a Mexican spin on a beautiful meat-free burri roll.
New Sensodyne Herbal Multicare. Sensitivity relief with natural herbal extracts.
Yeah. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. You're not out of breath. 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah. Hey? Just give me a key. Da 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 da. You done? A shame. Thank you. 1, 2. There's no sound on the mic. I've been your friend for a while. I know you're.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back as we talk a little footy. Time to delve into the English Premier League with our sports anchor, Jeremy Harris. And we are now joined by a very, very, very special guest, a Tottenham Hotspur super fan. And it's not me this time. Anthea Buerta from the Mother City is here to talk about all things Spurs, and we love it. And just in case you thought that I wasn't objective in this particular discussion, I just thought I'd show you what I came into work today wearing.
Great.
Great stuff. Great
Did you
stuff.
see how Jeremy moved away as soon as I...
Can I get another couch, please?
Yeah, another couch, please. Anthea, great to have you here. Yeah, the Spurs fans, a little few and far between, so it's great to have you live and in studio. So can't wait to get your perspective on where Spurs are in this very interesting season. But let's kick it off first with our Merseyside derby. They weren't able to do it for a decade, and they haven't been able to do it in a new decade. Everton looked for all money that this was going to be the opportunity to do it against a Liverpool that must be said was licking their wounds after their massive loss to Aston Villa last week. What do you make of the 2-2 draw, the Merseyside derby 2.0?
Well, look, I think one thing is we picked it as being a game to watch out for and it didn't disappoint. Lots of excitement. Probably as an impartial viewer, I would say that Liverpool will be going, how on earth was that an offside call and why is VAR getting involved in that? That being said,
that could have had a big impact.
Pickford absolutely
coming out, bringing down Van Dijk, it could have possibly been a whole different result.
But it talks to the quality of Everton, where Liverpool are sort of fighting over the scraps of a disputed call to get away, come away with the 3 points. So a really good game. And once again, Everton are going to be no mug team this season. They're there for all the points.
Top of the table, man.
Yeah, when they get a chance.
Top of the table. Chelsea, Southampton. Chelsea have started with a bang with probably the biggest signings of the season. There have been a lot of good signings over the transfer window. But up against no Mook, Southampton, a 3-3 draw. Did you expect that, Anthea?
Well, with the new signings that Chelsea has made, I think that personally they should definitely have
on paper, I would have given it to them, yeah.
Excuse me?
I would have given it to them on paper, for sure.
Yes, definitely, for sure. I agree with you there.
Manchester City up against Arsenal. That was our pick of the weekend. Maybe not the result that everyone was wanting out there. I think people wanted to see a bit of an upset, or at least more goals in the bank. Still no Kevin De Bruyne in the side. Raheem Sterling delivering the goods.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, still a really good match of football. And I think that it's early days, so we're going to see a lot more sort of unusual and surprise results come through as the guys get sort of used to them. The new personnel in the squad.
Yep, they're finding their feet, but I think from a coach's perspective, they really needed this particular victory.
Yeah, absolutely.
4-1 over Newcastle for Manchester United. But Anthea, I'm going to take it back to last week when a certain other team absolutely demolished Manchester United. Let's talk about the strength of Spurs this season. Jose Mourinho has taken a bit of time to find his feet,
Yes.
as Jeremy's pointed out. A lot of that happening at the moment. What do you make of the Spurs team this year, or this season now, after the shortened break? They seem to be clicking now.
Yes, so my personal opinion with the team itself, after losing at the UEFA Champions League final to Liverpool, we were struggling to find our winning form again. Daniel Levy bringing in the special one, Jose Mourinho, in November 2019. Up to you, Tottenham Hotspur, Jeremy.
Oh my word, I'm never going to hear the end of it. That's okay.
Let's talk about those combinations. Obviously, we saw Gareth Bale come back on the field, and let's move to Spurs up against West Ham. A 3-3 draw as Spurs all but imploded. An own goal from Davison Sanchez doesn't really help the cause. But looking so good, if you're wanting to build belief in a team, when you've got the kind of relationship between a Sir Harry Kane and a Son that we're seeing at the moment. Now, they are combining, I think they've combined for something like 24 goals. That's
goals,
to put it in perspective, that's only 10 goals behind Didier Drogba and Frank Lampard's combination for Chelsea in the glory days. And as a provider, we are now seeing what Kane can do in creating opportunities, and it seems to be their go-to. Just put a ball in behind and Son knows where it's going to land, and they can score.
And I think that's the value of that partnership. You've got almost an instinctive understanding of each other. There isn't something that they work on at practice. It's just, I know when he does that or he moves like this, that something different is going to happen, or he's playing it for me into space. And that's how they can and read each other and understand each other. And that's something that, money can't buy. It's just instinctive.
Yeah, I agree with you, Jeremy.
And we've got a hander to Manuel Lanzini for destroying our hopes and dreams with an absolute howler. Brilliant shot from way out. Anthea, who's going to take this league this season? Can Spurs do it? Is this going to be our time?
Early. It's very early. Very early to say. Watching the game yesterday, going into the game and being 3-0 up at halftime, felt like we are potential. Champions. Coming back from halftime and conceding 3 goals in 12 minutes means that we need to go back to the drawing board. But also, I believe a lesson that was learned yesterday was that, it's never a done deal until the last whistle, Jeremy.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Completely, man. Anthea, you haven't made a complete believer out of me yet, but I can see the spark of hope. Always a bridesmaid, never a bride. That's the Spurs fans. That's our pain, man. But so good to connect with another super fan. Thank you so much for coming through. And she's got a whole lot more regalia sitting back there, scarves and T-shirts, and we love it. Are you a super fan of any team? We'd love to invite you to this couch to have your say as well. Let us know on our Expresso Morning Show Facebook page, and we might just be bringing you to the couch to make Jeremy feel all insecure.
Just don't mention Manchester United.
Just don't do it. No, we'd even love a Man U fan, but thank you so much. Great to have your perspective as well.
Get your 100% goodness with Krush. Scratch and stand the chance to win hundreds of goodness prizes for 100 days with #Krush100.
Made with love by Clover.
Alrighty then, let's elevate the feel good a little bit this morning. We're making Mondays exciting with our 100% goodness with Krush Peel and Reveal game. It's one of my favorite games at the moment on the show, where we call one lucky 100% goodness entrant live on the show who stands a chance to win 100% goodness prizes. And this week we have our 100% contestant Monique Galant on the line. Monique, good morning.
Good morning.
Oh, it's so good to have you here. How does it feel to be a Krush 100% goodness Peel and Reveal contestant this morning?
I am super excited.
Ah, so sweet.
I am going to place Monique's face
Well,
on
let's ask her first. Let's ask her first where she wants to have it placed. We don't know. Monique, which silver block do you choose? Which silver block would you like us to place your face on?
Number 2.
Number 2.
A2.
Do you mean A2?
Yes, I do. Sorry.
A2. Okay, well, let's see what's behind A2 for you, Monique. I don't know if you're feeling as good and as lucky as I'm feeling this morning, but hey, congratulations, Monique. You win yourself a Nutri-Bullet Veggie Bullet. Congratulations.
Yay, thank you.
Oh, this is beautiful. You know what? Your smoothies and your veggies are never, ever going to be the same again. So Kutle is going to do the honors of making sure that your face, your pretty face, Monique, goes onto that A2 block over there. Congratulations for ending your spot.
Thank you so much.
Oh, man.
I love it.
Truly enjoy it with yourself and your entire family during the summer. Now, there you have it, South Africa. It's as easy as that. Now, if you want to be a Krush 100% goodness winner as well, like Monique, here's a reminder of what you need to do to enter.
Are you ready to stand a chance to win 100% goodness prizes with Krush, such as Nutri-Bullets, Veggie Bullets, Tefl kitchen appliances, bath fridges, skincare products, fitness products, and vouchers? 100% you are. 100% goodness winners will be announced daily on Expresso from Monday to Friday from September through December. To enter, buy Krush promo packs, see the back of the label to scratch, and if you find a unique code, dial the USSD number on the pack to stand a chance to win immediate prizes or go into the grand prize draw. If you don't find a unique code, keep buying Krush to find your hidden codes. Krush is 100% fruity, fresh, tasty, and refreshing.
Made with love by Clover.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back, everybody, to your Feel Good Breakfast Show right here on SABC3. It is time for some music, time for some spiritual upliftment. A gospel singing sensation, Jared Ricketts, joined us for yet another Gospel Monday performance. We'd like to thank everybody for voting in our poll on Friday. Now, Jared will be bringing us a double dose of music this morning, performing the top 2 songs chosen by you, our lovely viewers, performing one of the most comforting and probably the most uplifting gospel songs. Here's Jared and Roderick McKay on the keys with the song, Can I Pray For You? Take it away, boys.
I've been your friend for a while. I know you're hiding behind that smile, and you're keeping inside tears that should have been cried. You've been brave through this trial. You've been as strong as a stone against the stormy winds that have blown. But you have friends who care, more than willing to share. Don't face those troubles alone. Can I pray for you? Can I mention your name to the Lord? When I seek His face, can I plead your case? That's what praying is for. I'll help you carry your cross and find the way when you're lost. If we let Jesus be true, I know that He'll see you through. Can I pray for you? I know that there'll come a day when I have trials and I need you to pray. Just like you've done before, you'll mention me to the Lord. That's why I'm here to say, let me be there for you. We'll divide all our problems by two. We'll be there, be three, you, Jesus, and me. That's what prayers are supposed to do. Can I pray for you? Can I mention your name to the Lord? When I seek His face, can I plead my case? That's what praying is for. I'll help you carry your cross and find your way when you're lost. If we let Jesus be true, I know that He'll see you through. Can I pray for you? If we let Jesus be true, I know that He'll see you through. Can I pray for you?
Roderick McKay, Jared Ricketts, thank you so much for that
Thank you,
beautiful
my friend.
song this morning. Can I pray for you? But don't go anywhere, because Jared Ricketts will be back later on for another performance. But right now, it's time to get on with the show and find out what's happening in those news headlines with Uncle Tabsy.
Thank you very much, Jamie Lee. We start off here in South Africa, where the construction of the new 500-bed Dr. Pixley Ka-Isaka Seme Memorial Hospital in Duzuma, north of Durban, has been completed. It is expected to serve as a referral hospital for surrounding public healthcare facilities. The facility will also relieve pressure from the Mahatma Gandhi Memorial Hospital in Phoenix and King Edward VIII Hospital in Umbilo. KwaZulu-Natal Health MEC Nomagugu Simelane Zulu says people that will fill vacancies will be insourced. Traditional authority Contralesa has given the green light for initiation schools to open in December. The sacred ceremonies, which are called Ingoma, are usually held during winter but were suspended because of the COVID-19 pandemic. The initiation schools will have to follow strict COVID-19 regulations, and Contralesa President Chief Lamek Mokoena said that they are also planning to get rid of illegal initiation schools. He added that all those given permits to run initiation schools will have to adhere to the protocol as stated by their regulations. In international news, an 81-year-old Tunisian man has won a landmark court ruling to remove from his name a word that marked him as a descendant of slaves. The word Atik, meaning freed from slavery, is used as a middle name even though Tunisia abolished slavery in 1846. Hamdan Dali's lawyers argued that the word discriminated against black Tunisians, who make up some 15% of the population. It's humiliating and it made it difficult to find jobs. Tunisia's black population descends from people brought from sub-Saharan Africa to Tunisia as part of the slave trade. New Zealand Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern was re-elected in a historic landslide this weekend. Winning her second term in office, Labour Party's Ardern has been praised for her leadership in steering New Zealand's response to the coronavirus pandemic since assuming her role in 2017. She has also been a vocal opponent of sexism and racism racism and was widely praised for her strong and compassionate response to the Christchurch mosque shootings in 2019. 40-year-old Ardern is New Zealand's youngest Prime Minister and the third woman to take the role. Next, East London family pet home again after 6 days and presumed drowned. Saturday was a day of absolute joy and elation for Leon Kemp as his family of East London when, after an agonizing 6 days, their beloved boxer dog Frodo was home again. He disappeared on the previous Saturday while romping with members of the family and their other 2 dogs on Orient Beach in the city. The Kemps initially thought he'd been swept to sea and drowned. And since last Saturday, many folks hunted for Frodo, including East London's NSRI, which took up the search on the Sunday. And at least one Cape Town daily ran a report on Frodo's disappearance on its front page on Monday. Leon Kemp told the NSRI they received a call from the beach manager at Orient Beach on Saturday saying a dog appearing to look very much like Frodo was just seen running on the beach before disappearing into some bushes. Leon Kemp and his son admit that they were overcome with emotion when Frodo was found safe and sound on the beach, and none of the worst situation that they could have imagined after going AWOL for 6 days. That's where we leave it for now. Here's a look at what's happening in sports.
Thanks so much, Toby. So let's kick it off with rugby. And the second round of Super Rugby unlocked locally. It saw victories for the Cheetahs, for the Pumas and the Stormers over the weekend. On Friday night, it kicked off with the Cheetahs recording a narrow 19-17 win over the Bulls in Bloemfontein. In the first fixture on Saturday, the Pumas beat the Griquas 27-21 in Kimberley. Then that final fixture of the weekend saw the Stormers open up their Super Rugby campaign with a hard-fought 23-17 win over the Lions at Newlands. So after this weekend's results, the Cheetahs still topping their log with 9 points. And on to international rugby, New Zealand bounced back from their 16-all draw in the Bledisloe Cup season opener to beat Australia 27-7 in the second match in Auckland yesterday morning. The All Blacks have now won their 20th straight match against the Wallabies at Eden Park. New Zealand now have one hand on that cup, leading the series with 2 remaining fixtures to be played in Australia. Then bringing it back home for netball, the South African Netball League continued yesterday. The Western Cape Southern Stings upset the form team, the Free State Crinums, with a narrow 37-36 victory and a nail-biting finish. In other results, the Aloes beat the Kingdom's Queens 39-34. The Sunbirds, they overcame the Baobabs 32-29. Tornadoes overcame the Diamonds 42-36. And the Fireballs saw off the Flames 41-34 in a dominant performance. So the Fireballs now top the table in Division 1. And the Sunbirds, they currently top the table in Division 2. Then the South Africans continue to shine in the IPL. It was a super over Sunday when competition underdogs the Kings 11 Punjab beat defending champions Mumbai Indians after 2 super overs at the Dubai International Cricket Stadium in the Indian Premier League last night. So the match was tied on 176 for 6 in the first innings. The Kings 11 overcame the pressure to claim the 2 points, which put them level with the Sunrisers Hyderabad, the Rajasthan Royals and the Chennai Super Kings. So there's going to be one IPL fixture to look out for today, and that's the Rajasthan Royals up against the Chennai Super Kings. That one kicking off at 4 p.m. Then on to our English Premier League football action over the weekend. So Manchester United, they were able to bounce back from their humiliating defeat to Tottenham Hotspur the previous week to beat Newcastle United 4-1 on Saturday. Biggest match of the weekend saw Man City overcome Arsenal 1-0 in a hard-fought match. Now, other results, match day 5 saw draws for both Liverpool and Tottenham Hotspur. The Reds overcoming, or rather drawing, a 2-2 against Everton in the Merseyside derby. Then West Ham coming from 3 goals down to record a 3-3 draw against Spurs last night. That's where we leave our sporting headlines. Let's delve into our morning weather.
Let's get into the second look at the weather for the day. But first, here are your sunrise pictures. Fortini Domnaki sends her greetings with this young sunrise picture peeking in the horizon taken in Fishhoek. You will experience partly cloudy conditions with temperatures ranging from 14 reaching a high of 17 degrees. Verity Barnes-Herbert keeps it in the Western Cape with this breathtaking sunrise captured at Riebeek West. You will enjoy a mostly sunny day with temperatures reaching a high of 21 degrees. Once again, thank you so much for contributing to our sunrise pictures. Please continue to do so on our social media platforms and we will show them live on the show. Dario Tedesco, a volcanologist at the Luigi Vanvitelli University of Campania in Naples, Italy, says conditions are ripe for the Nyiragongo volcano on the border between the Democratic Republic of Congo and Rwanda to erupt within a few years. An earthquake could trigger a crisis even earlier. Tedesco has just led a research team into the volcano's roiling crater and found that the lava lake was filling at an alarming rate, raising the risk that the molten rock could burst through the crater walls in the near future. In 2002, the last time Nyiragongo volcano erupted, lava raced down into the crowded city of Goma. About 250 people died and 20% of the city was destroyed. Since then, the at-risk population living in the shadow of the 3,470-meter tall volcano has doubled to more than 1.5 million. Tedesco rates Nyiragongo as one of the most dangerous volcanoes in the entire world. But now we bring it back home with the temperatures for the rest of our country. The South African Weather Service forecasts a hot Monday to start off the week. Polokwane 14, 34. Mbombela, your temperatures range from 20, peaking at 30 today. It's a partly cloudy day in Pretoria, mostly sunny at that, at a maximum of 37 degrees. Johannesburg 17, 34. Mahikeng, the sun is out to play with a maximum of 36 degrees. Kekstad, also do not forget your sunscreen because you'll be enjoying 38 degrees as your high temperature today. And Kimberley close to 40 with 39 degrees as the maximum temperature. Bloemfontein, your morning temperature is 13 and will peak at 36 degrees in the afternoon. Richards Bay, it's a mostly sunny day at a maximum of 28 degrees. Also a warm morning with a low of 20 degrees. Pietermaritzburg 15, 25. Do look out for some showers at 25% chance of rain. Durban, South Africa's playground 19, 24. Mthatha 12, 27 and some drizzle throughout the entire day. And East London 13-23 are your temperatures namhlanje. Cradock, you start off the morning with a low of 12 degrees, reaching a high of 35. The friendly city of Port Elizabeth 12-21. George 11, reaching the high teens at 19 degrees with 25% chance of rain. And Cape Town, the mother city, 25% chance of rain with a low of 13, reaching a high of 20. Now Worcester 8-24, Sutherland 6-23, and Uppington starts off the day with a low of 16 and will reach a high of 37 degrees. That was the final look at the weather this Monday morning. Remember, whichever part of the country you're in, whatever the weather, make sure to have yourselves a productive and feel-good kind of day.
I'm just going to start now. I'm just going to start right now with a drum roll that's just going to run all the way
for the next hour or so. Coming up in just a moment, we've got a very, very special announcement for people's lives are going to be seriously changed. You want to stick around for that. A very, very, very special announcement on the way. Keep the drum roll going, Rick. Come on.
What's better than a sugar-coated, deliciously crispy golden brown donut and 100% Arabica beans brewed to perfection? Treat yourself and warm up your morning with a little sweetness from McCafe with the all-new mini donut and cappuccino offer. A little lovin' doesn't have to cost a lot. Great coffee, simple. Can you feel it, Mzansi? The call of your favorite places is just beyond the horizon. From the Kruger Park to the Cape Winelands, summer in the cities of Durban and Jozi, to the endless reaches of those garden route beaches, Protea Hotels by Marriott welcomes you back. With Marriott Bonvoy members enjoying 25% off, including free breakfast, and non-members 15% off. Book your dream escape now on Marriott.com.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back, and you want to make sure that you stick around, as in just a moment we've got a very, very special announcement. But let's focus on the here and now. I think 2020 has undoubtedly been Samsung's year. Despite everything that's gone on, they have continued to be leaders in innovation, keep releasing the most epic phones, from the powerful S20 range to the revolutionary Galaxy Z Fold, and now a phone that has literally been made by you, the fans.
Earlier this year, Samsung introduced us to the unbelievably powerful Galaxy S20 series with some flagship game-changing features that were an instant hit for South African fans, myself included. Well, they've listened to me, they've listened to you, and they've taken on board our advice, and they've actually created the Galaxy S20 FE Fan Edition. So today I'm going to be just that, a super fan, and I'm going to get up close and personal with this premium device. Mr. Yun, so great to connect with you and the family again, and especially on your home turf. So I've been using the S20 for the last year and absolutely love it. What is new about the S20 Fan Edition? What is the FE all about?
As you know, Samsung always focus on to listen what consumer really need. So Galaxy S20 FE has all the exciting S20 features, and we brought new exciting colors, and more importantly, the price is affordable.
Is this what the fans have been wanting for? Is this truly the Fan Edition?
Exactly. I mean, what we've done is we've taken everything that the Galaxy fans were telling us that they loved, and we've prioritized it in this device, all at this really attractive price point. So if we just think about it from the product and having a look over here, the very first thing that you'll notice is the color range that's available. We've got a huge color range. We're calling it Cloud, the color palette that we're looking at. And so we've got Cloud Navy, we've got Cloud Mint, Cloud Lavender, and Cloud Red. And I mean, these are the colors that are on trend right now. The second thing that you'll see that strikes you immediately is the large display. So this is a 6.5-inch display and features 120 hertz refresh rate. And that's on par with some of these massive television sets that you see here in our Innovation Hub. And then really calling out, that important selfie camera from the S20 series. And we've retained that. We focused on keeping features like single take, where we take the phone, you take one push of the button, and suddenly all the cameras, all three cameras on the back become engaged, and we're taking a close-up shot, we're taking an ultra-wide shot, and we're taking video.
I love that.
The other one that we've retained from S20 is tetra binning. I mean, it's an amazing piece of technology here. We're taking 4 pixels on the camera, combining them together to let in more light, and then we've got these algorithms that are operating through the AI processor in the back that recognizes what the color palette should look like in the color pattern. This is what tetra binning does. So you can take that shot in the comfort, knowing that the Galaxy S20 FE is going to take an awesome shot that makes you look even more awesome.
Wow. And Graham, I know you've got a ton of phones at home. It's about time you get rid of all those old phones that you've got lying around in your bedroom.
Look, not that I'm complaining at all, but you guys keep giving them to us.
But now you can buy the S20 FE using your trade-in. So we've got this really cool unlimited trade-in program. You bring in your laptops, your old phones, even wearables, and you can actually get your S20 FE for free.
So Justin, when is it available?
The Galaxy S20 FE is available from today. It is now officially on sale. But Graham, I mean, we've gone one step further than that. For a limited time only, we're bundling the Galaxy Galaxy S20 FE with a Samsung UV sterilizer. Now, UV sterilizer effectively uses ultraviolet light to clean the phone of 99.9% of all bacteria, so keeping it really hygienically clean. And on top of that, it's a wireless charge at the same time. So 10 minutes in the UV sterilizer, get your battery boosted, get your phone clean, and off you go again.
I love that. Innovation and peace of mind. Well done, James. So Sarah, with your dazzling smile, I'm sure the camera's going to love you. You're going to love using it. I hear there are some awesome new features when it comes to selfie. How do you feel about this camera?
So Graham, these days taking videos and pictures is a fundamental part of my life. It's how I express myself, and it's honestly a part of my work as well. Not only does the phone offer an amazing pro-grade camera in the back, the front camera is out of this world. We're looking at a 32 megapixel camera, which allows me to have two different functionalities. I can take normal selfies and wide selfies. So another cool feature that I really love is the space zoom. It actually allows me to zoom into any of my pictures up to 30 times without pixelating the picture. One of my other most favorite features is the single take feature. I just switch to single take on my camera, and between 5 to 15 seconds, it takes a variety of different content, from stills to videos and boomerangs. Not only does it take all of that content, but it also pre-edits it for me. This is super important for me as a content creator because I'm able to take content really fast and easy and basically post it straight away.
The S20 FE really makes the simplest thing such an immersive experience. I mean, whether you're scrolling through your apps or through your photos or even on your social media timeline, I mean, the experience is buttery smooth. With 120 hertz, that's twice as much as a regular smartphone. I mean, even the TV that our viewers are watching this at home.
Oh yeah, like it's 60 hertz, it's double the refresh rate, and that means a lot to video games. So if you're playing a game with double the amount of frames, you have a competitive advantage. And in fact, the screen has got a 240 hertz polling rate, so when you input, your input is faster, so you're able to react faster and give you a little bit of an edge. And I've seen you play some Fortnite, Cookie, so you're gonna need that edge.
Man, I need that help, but when you're ready to take it into, the biggest screen in your house, we've got wireless decks. So that means you can actually mirror your smartphone or even use your TV as a second screen. I mean, all without cables.
I do that actually for work and play. With play, I'm able to mirror my games to the screen and then use my phone as the controller, which is wild. And then when I'm on the show at Expresso, for instance, I'm able to mirror things to a screen behind me and talk about it, maybe even put up like a spreadsheet if you've got a conference. It's really, really slick.
Grant, how about we, try it out on the 98-inch QLED?
I just think you're trying to make fun of me, man. I don't want the game characters to be bigger than me in real life.
But Sizwe, for someone who is literally the king of content, you put a lot of pressure, I would imagine, on your poor little device that's got to go through these crazy days with you. What do you expect from your phone, and do you get it in this phone?
First of all, efficiency. This phone must run. It must work, from phone calls, messages, editing, Instagram lives. Listen, I look pretty. Right now, I need to snap myself because, girl, get it together, you know what I'm saying? So the nice thing about this S20 Fan Edition is that it's smooth, it's small, it's compatible, it's amazing, and the colors. So I'm a guy that I love neutral colors. I don't like these loud colors because your phone just needs to suit whatever you're wearing. Because, you understand, already I'm a loud human being, my hair, and then I'm here, hi, how are you? Sorry, I'm on the phone, you understand? So it mustn't clash. So the fact that Samsung has literally thought about integrating what the fans want, from high quality camera, speed, battery life, because day to day we're calling, we're snapping, we're on Instagram, we're interacting with fans, we're seeing what's trending. This thing lasts the whole day.
The Galaxy S20 FE Fan Edition stands up to the very best content creators in the business, and we've heard it right from the top of this phenomenal company that this phone has literally been designed for you. So get in store, get online, go and check it out. Hopefully get your hands on it and experience a truly fantastic device.
Say cheese.
Oh man, so cool to connect with so many unbelievable influencers in their lane and a phenomenal phone. And of course, on Friday, we gave you guys the chance to win one of 4 Samsung Galaxy S20 FEs, the fan edition smartphone. And it really is an amazing device. We obviously received thousands of entries, as we do with any Samsung promotion. I absolutely cannot wait to announce our 4 lucky winners. Please, can I have a drum roll? Hello? I think I'm experiencing a technical difficulty. I'm not getting the names here. Anyone have names? Anyone? Any winners? Anyone?
I have a name. I have a name. I was given a piece of paper here, and it's Bianca Buluto!
Yeah!
Our first winner. Yeah, Bianca.
Okay, that sounds about right. That sounds about right. I need another 3 winners. Anyone? 3 winners? Jamie? Anyone?
Actually, I got a WhatsApp early on and it says, congratulations to Kyle Kibido.
Yeah! Well done, Kyle. Okay, I need another 2 to be so. Any guesses? Any guesses?
I have a name here. I have a name. It's just been sent to me on WhatsApp, just waiting for it to load. Okay, it has loaded. It's Lelo Charlie. Lelo!
I love it. We got 3. We need 1 more. Kutle, come on, help me out.
Okay.
Kutle, help me out, girl.
Okay, so I'm glad you. Okay, Graham, the last winner is Mutwa Lu.
Oh, thank you, team. Well done for coming through. Thank you so much to you guys at home for entering. There you have it. Congratulations to Bianca Baluto, Kyle Cupido, Lelo Charlie, and Mputwa Luke. Congratulations. You've each won yourself a Samsung Galaxy S20 FE smartphone. Oh, that is awesome. I know you will love it. Please send us some pics once you've received that prize. We'd love to see it. Can I get another resounding round of applause? Congratulations. 4 incredible winners, all deserving. And I've got to congratulate the Samsung team for a brilliant phone. I had the opportunity to put it through its paces, and it really is something special, and you guys are going to love it. Well done.
Yeah.
So I'm chatting to Umalume Musa here. He's owned a small clothing factory for years now, and he's always inspired me with his success. But like a lot of businesses, this lockdown's hit him hard. So he spoke to his banker, and they've put together a tailor-made relief solution for him to help his business and his people get through this. Making your bank your business partner, that's a habit worth keeping.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso, right here on SABC 3. It has been such a festive morning, and thank you for starting your day with us right here. Now, the idea of dedicating October 2020, Uncle Tabsy, as a month of hope for all South Africans led to the creation of Hopetober, an initiative from Adcock Ingram OTC, sponsors of Brave, to encourage people to work towards restoring hope through the acts of kindness to fellow citizens. Now, as part of the Hopetober campaign, Adcock Ingram OTC, sponsors of Brave, is giving away 5,000 rand.
That's a big one.
That's a big
huge
one.
Come on.
Every week for the month of October, to people sharing their answers of hope.
And look, you don't have to look very far for those answers of hope, because the thing is, we all do have that one special person in our lives who we look up to, who inspires and instills hope to those around them. And they do it every day so effortlessly. Who's that person for you, Kuhle?
I think I've said this more than once on the show. My mom, it goes without saying, I think she's one person who has overcome so many obstacles, you know, that were handed out to her, but now she's doing absolutely amazing. Her children are doing amazing. We're flourishing, and she's paying it forward. She has a soup kitchen where she goes to feed, you know, abantwana that bahlala under ibrogo, children who live under the bridge. So she's that kind of person to many people, not only me, you know. So just shout outs to her, Malindi Wet.
Yeah, man.
And
I think there's something about moms. There's something about women in general, especially South African women. There's something about just going through all of that adversity and all of that, and really just finding the hope, the silver lining in the form of hope. For me, it has to be my stepmom as well, who runs a center in Hammanskraal that looks after disabled children and underprivileged children in general, who otherwise would not have the opportunity to have someone look after them when their parents otherwise go to work, or when their parents don't know how to give them the proper care. And she does this out of her own love for these children, out of her love and her wanting to help the community and do better for the community. It's unfunded by the government. It's unfunded by any sponsors. She really just takes money out of her own salary. And this speaks to those kind of people who sometimes it's not even monetary. Sometimes it's giving hope by just encouraging people to just chase being better. Yes. And she does it on a daily basis.
I love that.
Greni, Asnath, Kekana, Makubela, she does that. Now, we want to hear from you. Pot of gold. I want to hear from you at home. Adcock Ingram, OTC, sponsors of Brave. They are giving away 5,000 rand in cash. You heard that, right? It's a big one. And all you have to do is to reply to the Hopetober competition post on the Expresso Facebook or Twitter page and tell us who you look up to the most and why. And make sure to use the hashtag Hopetober Brave competition hashtag, which is hashtag Hopetober Brave. And the competition will close on the 20th of October, 2020 at midnight. The T's and C's, you can find them on our website. It's expressoshow.com. Let's make something delicious in the kitchen.
Please, guys.
Have you got some hope for us in the kitchen there, G-Man?
Nothing beats the long-lasting freshness and quality taste of Clover fresh milk, made with love by Clover.
Hope I have, my friend, in the form of a beautiful, fresh, full cream Clover taco bake. We are keeping in the Mexican lane this morning because I love Mexican flavors, and this one is something quite cool. So today you are going to be the official passerera and the layerera.
Okay, I can do that for you.
So what I want to get going now is, because obviously this has layers, it's a taco, but with a spin. It's going to be baked in the oven. It's going to have all of those beautiful taco flavors, but with a beautiful, creamy, delicious white sauce binding it all together. So before I get onto the white sauce, I'm going to start with our kind of veggie-based layer. So you're going to be passing me all the
to you.
passerera. Let's start with the red onions.
Yes.
Really finely chopped. These don't have to be overly cooked here, because obviously they're going to go into the oven as well.
Okay.
And you know that you want them to still have a little bit of bite, a little bit of crunch. The beans, we're going for our red kidney beans. You can obviously play around with different beans, but red kidney beans are very Mexican.
And it's perfect for, you know, that meat-free Mondays. Mondays trying to...
the sweet corn?
The sweet corn. I was like, don't take my job. I'm very
I almost got right in there.
That I'm helping you out in the kitchen. Oh, and look at that color, beautiful.
I know, that's like Mexico all the way.
Yeah.
Love these Mexican flavor profiles really are my favorites. Then we've got our tomato puree. Let's get that in there just to start infusing. It's finely chopped tomatoes in their sauce. I suppose you could use a tomato puree as well. Again, beautiful Mexican flavors. Mexican looks good on me, or cooking looks good on me.
The cooking, the Mexican, the everything, it just suits you. Do you want the spices
now? We're going to go through our spices. We've got some ground cumin or coriander. Is that the cumin?
Coriander. And this is what I learned from the chefs. They say cumin and coriander is married, so it always goes together, right? And then this one is?
They love each other. That's chili powder. Yeah, so this, don't be shy, hey? Don't be shy. We want some. You could put some fresh chili in there. I wouldn't mind. That's definitely garlic. And don't skimp on the flavor. When you go meat-free, make sure that you've got beautiful layers of flavor. Oh, that's lovely. Oh, I'm even going to throw some all over the place. But that's looking beautiful. The colors are popping. That's going to form like a gorgeous base layer. It's got some lovely texture in there as well. The beans give it a nice meaty texture. So we'll let that guy just simmer off. Just want the flavors to infuse and to cook through.
Perfect.
And I'm going to create our white sauce, which we've done a few times on the show. I used to think it was absolutely impossible, and now I'm realizing it's actually a little bit easier than you think. The key is don't go on too high heat because you don't want the butter to brown and burn too quickly. But a white sauce is a white sauce. It's pretty simple. It's butter.
White sauce still gives me that like, oh my gosh, I can't make this. I Google it every single time.
Well, look, and everyone has a slightly different way of doing it. So I'm just going to melt the butter down, and then we're going to add in our flour. And this one we're adding our full cream fresh milk from Clover, which is great, and our cheese as well, just to add a little bit of body, because that really is going to bind our taco bake together.
Absolutely. And Clover fresh milk is the freshest milk that you will find, with triple protect to ensure you get the tastiest quality and the most nutritious milk. I think it is just like moo with freshness, with double purification, deep cooling and moo quality with ultra clean packing. Look at this. I like this.
Moo quality. I love it.
Again, thanks to Triple Protect, Clover fresh milk stays fresh for longer, up to 18 days. Who doesn't like that convenience? And again, this recipe is a tasty meat-free Monday option for a plant-based inspired meal. I think everybody one day out of the week just to...
Yeah, 1 or 2 days.
2 days.
I'm sorry, we've got such amazing options now. You really can push the boat out and you can create things that are going to satiate the family, that are going to be interesting.
Tasty.
And that's the key thing, is don't skimp on the flavor. Okay, that's looking good. It's looking good. I'm going to add 1.5 cups of our Clover fresh full cream milk. It's about right.
And that sauce is coming on nicely.
Yeah, it's coming down.
This is the trick. It's just like stirring it.
And you just got to keep stirring, and it's going to gradually thicken, obviously, as the flour gets to do its thing. But no lumps, which is great. That's first prize. The flavors are all coming together. It's actually working out quite well. I love it. Now I'm going to put in our cheese, and obviously cheese is important, absolutely important in the taco vibe. You'll see we'll use some to coat our tacos, but you want the sauce to really bind everything together, seep through all of the veggies. Try not to get too much out of it. So I'm going to let that continue to cook down. And now I'm going to need you to passerella the bowl, because I think our veggies are looking just about perfect.
And I love that you didn't overcook it, because it's still going to have that crunch.
Yeah, you need that. And it's going to go into the oven as well, so it's going to continue to cook there. The main thing is you want the flavors to infuse, and that really does look fantastic. I'm going to try and wrap this up as quickly as possible. So we've got some white sauce already made there that I'm now going to ask you to... Oh, man, the flavors coming off this, the scents, absolutely beautiful. I think that's enough for now. Okay, and now if you can put some of that white sauce, a nice thick layer over that will be great. Turn this off.
And I'm sure everybody at home wants to get their hands on this recipe because it is so delicious. ExpressoShow.com is where you can find all the easy steps on how we got to this already.
I'm just mixing in some fresh herbs here, some parsley into my white sauce just to give it a little bit of extra flavor.
Wow.
My cheese is melting through. How's that looking? Beautiful.
Perfection, G. You did great.
Give it a nice layer right the way across. It's fine if you kind of get a little bit of mixed kind of mixed colours and vibes there and everything. It's all good because we want that sauce to really seep through. And you see how nice and thick the white sauce comes out once you've given it a good, and this is already starting to thicken beautifully. All right, final stage. You're going to layer the tacos over the top. Don't be shy.
It is a taco bake after all.
It is a taco bake. And you can cut this into little quarters. You can just dig in there with your hands. I suggest using a knife and fork here. Make sure you've got a nice liberal covering all over the place. And then it looks beautiful. And then finally, just a little bit of cheese because you want that crispy melted cheese. You're going to pop that in the oven to 15 to 20 minutes. And then you can put some fresh coriander on once you are done, or you don't have to at all. And we've also kept a little bit of our beautiful Mexican salsa that we made earlier, which I think will work so well. So bang that in the oven and you're A4 away. You can find this recipe on expressoshow.com. But if you're keen to just relive some of those steps and see how we arrive at that beautiful end product, take a look at this.
Made with love by Clover.
Nothing beats the long-lasting freshness and quality taste of Clover fresh milk. Made with love by Clover.
It's one for the book readers and the book eaters. One for the construction workers and their helpful ones. One for the laundry sorters and the laundry hoarders. Whoever the dog member of your family, big or small, new NexGuard Spectra, the broad spectrum monthly chew that protects inside and out in one easy step. NexGuard Spectra, just one chew, so easy for you.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
When it comes to our pets, parasites are an all too common burden that come in different shapes and forms and can cause anything from mild irritation to severe illness. Luckily, we have Dr. Michelle Enslin, the resident vet at Boehringer Ingelheim, to answer all of your burning questions about your pets and parasites. Welcome back, Doc. Great to connect with you.
Thanks so much, Graham. It's great to be back again.
Well, we've got a ton of really good questions coming through, so I'm going to kick it off with one of our top fans, in fact, Jeanette Russ, who has written in and asked the following. She's asking, how do you differentiate between a bacterial infection and mites in your dog's ears?
So there are very subtle differences between these two conditions, mainly because the clinical symptoms or the clinical signs are almost exactly the same. So your classic head scratching, often your dogs, if they've got either a bacterial infection or a mite infestation, will rub their face or their ears along the sides of your furniture, for an example, or they shake their heads quite a lot. So the symptoms are very similar. And why this makes it really challenging is that even myself as a vet, by just opening your dog's ear and having a look inside, I'd never be able to tell the difference between the two with the naked eye. Remember that bacteria and mites are both microscopic organisms. So the only way you can tell the difference truly is by taking your dog to the vet and the vet opening up that ear, taking a sample of the discharge in that ear and looking at it under a microscope. Almost always, if you have a mite or parasitic infestation of the ear, there will almost always be a bacterial component to it, because bacteria are opportunistic little guys, and anytime you have a break in the protective barrier of that dog's ear or the skin, that's when we start to get the colonization of those secondary bacteria. So it's really tough, Graham. You have to take your dog to the vet in order to get a diagnosis.
All right, so just be safe and take your pup to the vet if there is an irritation in the ears, regardless of what you think it is. And while we're on the subject of infections, what about ticks? How can we tell if our dog has been infected, has some kind of related fever or infection as a result of ticks?
Remember, when it comes to ticks, we need to be able to differentiate between a tick bite, so just a tick biting onto your dog and ascertaining if you have a tick infestation in that way, and tick bite fever or biliary, which is a completely separate condition where, that you have to take your dog to the vet, they need symptomatic treatment, and then you see those classic symptoms of lethargy, weight loss, vomiting, etc. But when we talk about a tick bite, Graham, this can be quite challenging, and one thing that's really important to remember is that ticks don't start off as that big sort of engorged grey raisin-like morphology that they typically depict. Ticks start off really, really small, and they hang on the surface of the blade of grass. And as your dog sort of runs through, then it sort of grabs onto your dog's fur. So it can be very challenging to see, and that's why I just recommend run your fingers through your dog's coat all the time, give him a lot of love, pet him every single day, run your fingers up and down his legs, around his neck area, behind the ears, in order to pick up anything untoward, and your dog will love it too. So that's my best advice for that.
I love it. Do it under the guise of a good cuddle. I think that's great advice. Now, our next question is coming from John Brown, and he asked, I recently noticed a patch of hair loss on my dog. What could be causing it?
Wow, Graham, how long do we have for this one? So this is a very, very broad question. There are a lot of possible causes for hair loss in dogs, but for the purpose of today, I'm going to try and simplify it. There are two major categories of hair loss in dogs, the first of which can be as a result of a condition or a disease that damages the integrity of your hair follicle and causes the hair or the fur to fall out. The most common cause is a condition called ringworm. Ringworm is not actually a worm. It's a fungal infection of the skin and of the coat, and it gets into the hair follicle and damages it. So you tend to see circular areas of alopecia or hair loss in your dog. It's more commonly seen in young puppies and kittens or your immune-compromised animals. Within the other category, when we look at self-mutilation, this is when your external parasites come into play, your mites, your ticks, but more commonly your fleas. So if you have a dog that is constantly biting himself, most commonly around the lumbosacral area at the base of the tail, for instance, that could be an indication of a flea burden, and your dog may be having an allergic reaction, and that's why you see that hair loss. And the same can be true for mites. So it can be any of the two, but of course, it has to be diagnosed by a vet.
All right, then Marita Peck has written in with this question. She's been asking, my cat is almost a year old. What is the best treatment for fleas and deworming, and how often do I have to take him to the vet on a monthly basis, she's asking?
The Boehringer Ingelheim has a fantastic all-in-one spot-on treatment for cats called Broadline, and it manages all of your most common ticks, fleas, and worms. It's in South Africa, and it's a monthly top spot. In terms of visits to the vet, remember that cats are not the same as dogs. They don't enjoy, being shoved into a cat box and then in the car and off to visit vets and things like that. And the stress of a visit can cause the release of cortisol, which is a stress hormone, and that can suppress the cat's immune system. So my recommendation would be to only take your cat to the vet if you are concerned if he has an illness. Monthly checkups are not necessary if your cat is in generally good health. Okay. Just make sure that you're managing, preventing ticks and fleas and worms with good quality and safe products for your cat. I would say if we were to recommend a time to take your cat, every 6 months to a year for their annual vaccinations, if they are in good health, would be perfect.
Well, let's quickly round it off with our more gregarious dogs that might enjoy a trip out in the car going to visit the vet. What's the best practice against keeping our dogs treated and preventing parasites? What are the do's and don'ts?
The fact of the matter is that parasites are everywhere. Whether you live on a farm or whether you live on the 4th story of an apartment building in the middle of Sandton, parasites are all over the show in the external environment. And the only true best practice for protecting your dogs as much as possible against these parasites is through good, constant coverage and prevention against ticks and fleas and mites and worms. And NexGuard Spectra from Boehringer Ingelheim just fits this absolutely perfectly because it's a all-in-one monthly prevention. It's a palatable chew, and it helps to prevent and protect your dogs constantly against all your ticks, your fleas, your mites, as well as your worms. And that's really the gist of it.
I love that, a one-stop shop. Doctor, thank you so much for your advice this morning. We really do appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having me, Graham.
Well, you've heard it from the doc herself. You can protect your dog from parasites like ticks, fleas, mites, and worms, the full spectrum with NexGuard Spectra. It's as easy as feeding your dog one tasty chewable once a month. And for more information on this amazing product, you can visit nexguard.co.za.
New NexGuard Spectra, the broad spectrum monthly chew that protects inside and out in one easy step. NexGuard Spectra, just one chew, so easy for you.
Well, you heard it from the good doc. Let's find out now what we can do to train our dogs. Why teach your dog to sit when you can teach them to sit pretty? And today, dog trainer Karis Nafti shows us how to take our dog skills to the next level. Take a look at this.
Hi, I'm Karis. Today I'm going to show you how to teach your dog to do a trick called Sit Pretty, where they sit up like a little meerkat. Helping me today is Lyric, who's my beautiful assistant. So the trick I'm showing you today is this one. Lyric, pretty. Good girl. So to get this behavior from your dog, start first while they're in a sit position and take a treat and just bring it slightly back so that their front feet come up off the ground. In the beginning, reward the dog even if they lift their toes just a millimeter off the ground. This trick can be a little bit difficult because dogs have to learn how to balance. So you need to be really patient with this and practice frequently so that their hips and their back get strong. When you're teaching a dog a trick like Sit Pretty, practice it and emphasize on getting the dog's body in the right position. It's less important the word that you say. Some people focus on repeating the command over and over and over again, but this doesn't help the dog learn. Their body has to physically be capable of what you're asking, and then add the command at the end of the process. Lyric, pretty. Good girl.
A flea and tick-free dog is a happy dog. Protect your dog from harmful parasites with NexGuard Spectra's tasty chewables. Did you know your dog needs to take just one NexGuard Spectra chew once a month to treat and prevent the broadest range of troublesome parasites, including ticks, fleas, mites, and various worms? NexGuard Spectra can be given with or without food to puppies as young as 8 weeks and to dogs of all sizes and breeds. NexGuard Spectra is the tasty chew you can trust and the treat your dog will love.
So, stunning work. Thank you very much for that, Karis Nafty. Of course, here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show, a few minutes to take in all of that feel good on this beautiful Monday morning. Hashtag Gospel Mondays is still coming your way with Jared Ricketts, that performance that we've been waiting for all morning long. So you want to make sure that you don't move an inch. We'll see you after this.
Meet Laduma, the man behind internationally celebrated South African knitwear brand Matlosa Africa. DJ Shimza, award-winning music producer and entrepreneur, lets us into his life. Helena van der Westhuizen shows us cosmetics made with beeswax. And Denise Coburn-Levy, chef and cookbook author, invites us for mussels. Join us on The Insider SA, Tuesday evening at 7:30 on SABC3.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso, right here on SABC3. Now, there is no better way to end our Monday show than on a high note. Was that right?
Yes, on the money.
On the money. Now, performing artist Jared Ricketts will be hitting all the high notes with his rendition of the song Let Your Living Water Flow. This moving gospel song can elevate your mood and has a way of elevating your spirituality to the next level. Jared, thank you once again for being here with us, namhlanje. What does this song mean for you?
This is an old favorite of mine. I mean, I remember being a kid sitting in the church pews and we'd sing this at the beginning of the Mass, at the end of the Mass, and as you rightfully said, it uplifts your spirit. It's an oldie but a goodie.
Yes,
and I can't wait to perform it.
We can't wait to hear you perform it. Jared Ricketts, Roderick McKay, take it away.
Let your Holy Spirit come and take control of every situation and burdens. Unto you I roll, singing Jesus, oh Jesus, Jesus. Sing to the Father, oh Father, oh Father, Father. Holy Spirit, oh Spirit, oh Spirit, Spirit. Hey. Let your living water flow over my soul. Oh, let your Holy Spirit come and take control. Every situation that has troubled my mind, all my cares and burdens, unto you I roll. Sing with me, come on. Oh Jesus, oh Jesus, Jesus. Oh, sing to the Father, oh Father, oh Father, oh Father. Holy Spirit, oh Spirit, oh Spirit, oh Spirit. Oh Jesus, oh Jesus, hey, hey, oh
Oh, beautiful. Bravo. Bravo. Thank you very much there. Roderick McKay on the keys, of course, Chad Ricketts on the vocals. What a beautiful song. What a way
Thank
to
you,
lift your
gentlemen.
spirits up and get them into the zone on a
Yeah.
brand new week. Yes, Lord.
Thanks. And Jared, now 1 month in, eh? 1 month anniversary today.
1 month in of marriage. How beautiful is that?
Look at that smile. Absolutely love it. So we will be back at 11:30 this morning with none other than the Queen herself. Kelly Kumalo is in studio.
So exciting.
We're going to have a lot of fun. This is her year. She's doing massive things at the moment for her personal brand, and I think her personal growth and development. Cannot wait to find out exactly where she is at the moment.
Lots of singing, lots of dancing. Get your vocal cords ready, because that Mpini song that she's out with at the moment, it's a total sing-along, and you're going to love seeing that. That's happening at 11:30 on SABC3. So thank you very much for joining us. We'll see you again bright
We love you.
tomorrow. Mwah.
Ciao, ciao.
Hey.
Meow, meow.
Clover celebrates spring with exciting giveaways. Look out for selected Clover products in store to stand a chance to win. Made with love by Clover.
Another feel-good production.